Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Lockdown Literary Club. I am Sanjana, and this month I'm not going to be doing a to be read list. This is October, by the way. Only because I feel like doing a list for the entire month was too restrictive for me. I might do it again later, but right now I just don't feel like doing it for this month because I want to be able to change my options as the month goes on. So I'm doing a weekly list, sort of. I know what I need to get done this week, and I have an idea what I want to do for the rest of the month, but I'm just going to keep that to myself so that I'm not answerable to anyone. Okay. I want to keep this video under 5 minutes if possible. I know that's unusual for me, but I'm going to try. So, there are 4 books I need to get done this week, hopefully in less than a week, because one of these books is left over from last month. So, last month I said I would do 11 books in September, and I only managed to do 10, and that's okay. I forgive myself. Oh, by the way, all the books I read in September, excellent. I went back and looked at my Goodreads account, and if you guys want to follow my Goodreads, I'm going to link that down here. Every book I read in September was either 4 stars or 5 stars, and that's highly unusual for me. I judge books pretty hard, and they were all just so good. It was a lot. I will tell you, it was a lot. There were way too many emotions involved. I was crying a lot, and then also like happy too. Some of them were really funny, some of them made me really happy, and just really good books. I'm glad I got back into reading this year because, wow, this is what I've been missing out, and clearly it was a lot. So, guys, read all the books in my September list. Like, if you want recommendations, go no further than that because I think I ran the gambit when it came to genres because I dabble in a lot, and there was a really good selection of different genres. So, all the books are excellent. Check it out. But so I had one book left over from September, and that was Crooked Kingdom, and this is the book I was most excited to read, and so I'll get it done. It's long, but I'm pretty sure I'll finish it in a day because I cannot wait to get into this book. So, but I've already talked about Leigh Bardugo a lot and Crooked Kingdom a lot in my old video. I'm not going to say anything more than that I already ordered Shadow and Bone trilogy, all the 3 books, and they will be arriving sometime this month. So yeah, I'm invested in this author and this universe. Yay. Okay, bye. The next book I have is The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. I want to know why this author is so popular, and I don't plan on finishing this book this week, actually. I'm going to read it over the month or however long it takes me. I know there's a shorter version of this book where it just tells you all the bullet points, or what is that called when it's shorter? Abridged? Abridged? I should know the word for it if I'm doing booktube, but I don't know. Oh well. Anyways, this is the longer version where it has like notes in the margin and all of that. So this is going to be a lot of in-depth reading, and I'm looking forward to it because I like it when authors get into the minutiae of things, and then you can support your arguments with like research. And all I'm going to say is the back of this book is a little weird. So it lists all the 24 rules or ways of seduction. And the first one says, choose your victim. Victim? I don't know. And then I remember, like, when was it? Oh yeah, number 15 is isolate your victim. Just the whole predator and prey terminology is freaking me out a little bit. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully this is just like a gimmick to get people's attention, and it's not problematic in here. But yeah, we'll see. The next book I have is Americanah by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichi. I've already talked a lot about Chimamanda, so you guys know I love her. This is a really popular book by her. It was shortlisted for the 2014 Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction. It didn't win it? Oh well. I'm reading this along with someone. They're actually ahead of me, but I'm going to try and catch up in the next few days. I think I'll really connect to this book because the 2 protagonists seem to be born in Nigeria, and then one goes to London and one goes to America, and then eventually comes back 15 years later to Nigeria. And I think it might be like deal with the loss of identity or having dual identity, and I would really relate to that because I always feel like I don't quite belong in any community I live in because I grew up outside of Hyderabad for so long that I both feel completely Hyderabadi and at the same time not. Maybe everyone feels that way. Maybe everyone feels like an imposter sometimes. But a lot of my views and my ideas are what is currently considered anti-national in this country. Don't even get me started on that. I disagree. I think any version of me is still Indian because this is my country, and me criticizing my government or my society is completely my right as a citizen and a part of this community, but whatever. Women speaking up or being educated or standing up for themselves is still not something everyone is comfortable with, but what you gonna do? Either way, I'm excited for exploring this, and I already really like the author. I hope I'm not setting up my expectations too high. I know she'll meet it, but so this should be good. And the last one I have is a very short read. It shouldn't even count as a book. It might be an essay or manifesto. Well, manifesto. It's the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. I didn't know there was another author. This is how everyone remembers like Neil Armstrong but forgets Buzz Aldrin. I know generally the communist principles, but I just wanted to freshen up on it and kind of. I'm going to do more reading on communism and socialism. Socialism is kind of being presented as an alternative now to capitalism. Again, I mean, it died down after the Cold War. I feel like socialism never got its day in the sun because it was always linked to dictatorships and fascism, which was never the idea. I mean, we've only had experiments in socialism for the last 100 years. So, with social security and healthcare for all of these are socialist ideas. So, I want to do a deep dive into the subject matter, and I recently read a book, Ants Amongst Elephants, which I thought was about Dalits and untouchables in India, but it actually feels like it's a book more about communism in India, specifically in the Telangana, Andhra, Rayalaseema region. So yeah, there's a very rich history of communism in India, but also in the world. It's kind of on a rise lately. So I want to brush up on this, and then I'm going to read more literature on this. But yeah, this should be a short read. So yay, those are my 4 books for this week. Apart from this week, I think every other week of this month, I have some horror books picked out, keeping in theme with Halloween coming up. I definitely want to read more books that are in the thriller and horror genre. So, but I'm also juxtaposing. I'm reading either a book that falls very solidly in the thriller and horror genre, and then books that are horrifying but are not necessarily in the genre. So I'm doing that. You'll see that in my next videos. Why explain it here? But thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll edit this video down to 5, 6, 7 minutes. 7's my lucky number, so let's try. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you next week.